Hello everybody, Terrible Shoes back again with another video. Let me just make sure my mic's recording good. So we're back again with another video, and for today's video, we're actually revisiting an old friend of ours from when we started covering these clips. It is a TikTok user who is often known for scalping. He will hit multiple locations and sell to a whatnot scammer who then proceeds to upcharge you on the packs and scam you. Typical for the hobby at this point. It's very unfortunate, but let's take a look at the clip. Hit the like and subscribe button. It helps me out a ton. And let's see what we got for today.
Bro, I really made people's monthly salary in a couple days from coming over here to Vegas. I had to milk every single Costco in the area, you know, and it's just way too easy to make money. Pokemon sells like fucking crack. It's 100% ROI. It's guaranteed to sell. It's just way too easy. If you're still not making money online, I don't know what you're doing. You want to be broke.
And unfortunately for today, we have pure sadness because this guy was the guy who was buying Journey Together at one point and said he sells it to a whatnot scalper and scammer who upcharges to his base on purpose. And let's be real, he's a whatnot seller, so he's more than likely weighing the packs as well and keeping the big hits for himself. Yeah, that's an assumption. I get it, but I don't care. It's how I see most of these people who try to sell this stuff anyway. So he says that he actually had to travel for this, so I gotta be real. I admire the determination at the very least when it comes to this, but that's really crazy to travel out of state to buy 151. He says he raided multiple Costco's, so that means this video is probably a little bit old. And I'm honestly going to be kind of real with this guy. I checked out a couple other videos that he had on his channel, and some of them seem almost like satire, so we're going to kind of float that in the air as well as a possibility. But regardless of whether it's satire or not, because let me tell you, I do love a good satire video making fun of scalpers that is meant to rage bait people into believing they actually are scalpers. Regardless of whether this is satire or not, there is a ton of people out there that are actually doing this. We are seeing tons of videos of people going into Targets, Walmarts, Costco's, starting fights. I've even seen fights at LCS's. And also, I actually want to take this moment to share something that I once saw in a store. So back when COVID was still big, the big virus was here, basically I went to a Target, and this was around when the Battle Styles came out, and the shortages were huge. And two guys come to the Target, they get to the front counter because all the cards are behind the counter. The lady tells them, hey, I got one trainer box in the back and that's it. And two grown men get into a literal fist fight in front of the Target service counter. But what made this so funny for me was that these guys wanted to scalp this shit and put it online. So what did the Karma do? Karma decided that the ETB that was in the back, the one and only one, was actually an opened and returned Crimson Invasion ETB. And when these two morons saw this, they had to walk out of the Target together because they drove there together. So after beating the piss out of each other, they had to drive back home empty-handed. Fantastic stuff. I love to see it. And but yeah, I know that's a little bit off track. It has to do with scalpers, and I thought it was a really funny story. Regardless, don't buy from these people. Do not pay the upcharge on 151. Now, I hate to say this, we are entering a finicky area where some of these sets might not really be reprinted, but at the same time, you got to kind of use your head here. XY Evolutions, back when that set came out for the anniversary, back when that same set, wow, fumbling the words here. Back when that set came out, it was printed for almost 4 years straight. I don't think Pokemon is 100% done printing some of these sets that people think are done. I'm going to be honest, I think we might at some point, at least for Prismatic at this point, maybe not 151, but at least for Prismatic at this point, I think we're going to see a huge reprint at some point. I know this is 151 in the video, but I'm going to be real. I see a lot of shadow drops still for booster bundles for 151, and I think that that's the way that they're going to do it going forward. They're going to just keep printing small batches like that to try and keep people happy, but they have to do better. They have to keep printing more. They have to print so much, even if it's just a temporary measurement for a year or so. Print so up. Here comes the pup. Obligatory pup coming to try and sit in my lap because she gets a little worked up when I do these videos. The obligatory, maybe for a year, they should just print the shit out of cards so that they're so littered everywhere that anyone can find them. You know how it used to be. And after they do that, I think then they can go back to doing whatever stupid shit they want to do now, where they barely print anything or do very tight runs and very tight reprints here and there. I don't know. I think Pokemon should really just go back to the way it used to be, where it was littering store shelves and you couldn't get away from it if you tried. That's how a card game for children should be. Everywhere so that the children can buy it. Yes, I understand there's adult fans. Yes, I understand there's adult collectors. But something like this should be in abundance. It should not be short printed to appease to the losers who care nothing about nothing but card values. I'm going to say it straight up. And that's my personal opinion on why Pokemon should do that to stop guys like that from doing what he's doing. Is it dumb? Is it possible? I don't know. Maybe. We'll see in the future, honestly. Again, I think Prismatic is going to keep getting printed throughout the year. The SPC just came out and it did not have a great first run. There is not a lot out there for people from what I'm seeing, but I think Pokemon is going to catch up at some point soon. Hopefully, at the very least. That's my opinion. And then you can just give your money to them instead of scalpers. I'm cutting the video here. There's not much else to say. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Helps me out a ton. And leave a comment down below on what your opinion on these scalpers is. Or if you're having any trouble finding cards, if it's lightening up for you in your area, just let me know. I love to hear your opinions down below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That supports me greatly. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching me today.